Xiaomi 11T review, rock-solid performance at an affordable price. The Xiaomi 11T has a few design flaws, but the excellent display, battery life and competitive price make up for these downsides. The Xiaomi 11T is one of the first phones to land in the West without the classic Mi branding. It was released alongside its slightly pricier and fancier sister handset, the Xiaomi 11T Pro. The phone is remarkably similar to the Xiaomi Mi 11, albeit with a few tweaks including faster charging speeds, a refreshed design and a slightly different camera setup. I've been testing out the Xiaomi 11T over the last few weeks to see how it holds up under day-to-day use. The Xiaomi 11T comes in a choice of 3 colors: Moonlight White, Celestial Blue and Meteorite Gray. Sadly, the design is uninspiring and generic. It's hard to tell this phone apart from the ever-growing market. Make no mistake, this is a big and chunky phone, measuring 164.1 by 76.9 by 8.8 millimeters, making it both bigger and heavier than the Mi 11. In everyday use, the phone is not the most practical for slipping inside pockets, particularly if you wear women's jeans. The only good thing about the size of this phone is that it means video playback looks great on that large display. The body itself is made up of a robust aluminium frame, along with a polycarbonate back which houses a hefty rectangular camera module. Whilst the rear is so reflective that it can double as a hand mirror, it also picks up a lot of fingerprints if not covered by the accompanying case. In addition, it doesn't feel as high-end to hold as more premium rivals. The phone comes with an IP53 rating, making it both dust-proof and splash-proof. You get a USB-C slot for charging, plus a dual SIM slot, but no micro SD card slot. There's also a side-mounted fingerprint scanner for biometrics, which I found to work just fine. The Xiaomi 11T boasts a 6.67 inches, flat, FHD+, AMOLED, Corning Gorilla Glass Victus screen. The punch-hole selfie camera on this phone sits at the top center of the display. This is further bolstered by a 120Hz refresh rate, which delivers smooth visuals. Unfortunately, there is no VRR, variable refresh rate, leaving you with the choice of just 60 Hz or 120 Hz. The phone also boasts a touch sampling rate of up to 480 Hz and supports over 1 million colors. You can get the Xiaomi 11T in 2 configurations. Both come with 8GB RAM, and then either 128GB of storage, or 256GB of storage. This is paired with the MediaTek Dimensity 1200 Ultra sensor. Whilst still a flagship chip, it's not quite as powerful as the Snapdragon 888, which the 11T Pro houses. That said, the Xiaomi 11T still packs a punch when it comes to figures. Our official benchmarking tests show it ranks up there with the likes of the Nord 2 and the Pixel 6. Day-to-day performance is also impressive. The phone is fast and capable of doing multiple tasks side by side without any lag. It does occasionally get a little hot when performing something heavy-duty and during charging. However, thus far this hasn't affected the performance of the phone. The Xiaomi 11T is packed with a rear triple camera setup. This is led by a monster 108MP lens with an f1.75 aperture, which is complemented by a Samsung ISO CELLHM2 sensor which is also seen on the Pro version of the 11T. I was pleased by the images produced by this camera. They were clear, crisp and colors appear true to life rather than overblown, something cheaper phones often deliver. There is a drop in quality with shots taken indoors compared to those taken in bright daylight, but that's quite common on mid-range phones. One unique feature of the 11T series compared to other mid-range rivals is the inclusion of a 5MP telemacro lens, which can be used both for 2x telephoto images and for macro photography. The 11T is decent at both, unusual for a phone of this price. On the front, there's a 16MP selfie camera. The portrait effect seems more reliable here than on the main camera, though on occasion I did find that it struggled in my very bright office to find the most optimal lighting conditions. That said, I was impressed by the images taken here, with accurate colors and good textures. You can record video up to 4K at 30 FPS, though there is no optical stabilization. The Xiaomi 11T is packed with a big 5000 mAh battery, which as you'd expect, delivers solid use. I could easily use this phone, watching Twitch, using social media, and more for around 2 days, providing I keep the refresh rate on 60 Hz. Toggling it up to that 120 Hz refresh rate does drain the battery quicker, but not as much as what I've seen on rivals. In the box, you get a 67W fast charger. This can juice the cell from flat to 87% in just 30 minutes. Whilst these figures aren't quite as impressive as those seen from the 11T Pro, which ships with a 120W charger, this is still right at the upper end of charging speeds, especially considering the very decent battery life overall. Whilst on the surface the MIUI 12.5 Android skin looks similar to Android 11, there are some bugbears that other Android skins don't feature. Whilst notifications and settings can be accessed by swiping downwards from the top of the screen, confusingly one is from swiping on the left-hand side, and the other is from the right. The Xiaomi 11T comes in 2 configurations. For 8GB RAM and 128GB storage, you'll pay £499 for €499. This jumps up to £549 for €549 for 8GB RAM and 256GB storage. For that price, you get a heck of a lot. The decent triple camera setup, long battery life and an impressive display. You can currently buy it directly from Xiaomi, or on Amazon. This device isn't available from US retailers, but you can get it imported from the likes of AliExpress.